What do you do, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, Sinister Minus. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about ammo. I don't have any guns around me tonight, so it's just me and these two cartridges. So this one is going to be a full metal jacket. This is what we call practice rounds. As you can see, it's just rounded on the end. That's a full metal jacket. And then I also have what we like to call a hollow point. So this one, as you can see, is mushroomed on the inside of it. So the difference between these two ammos is a full metal jacket, when fired, will go through any and everything until it stops. Now with a hollow point, once it's fired and it hits flesh, a wall, or anything solid, it stops and it mushrooms and all of its momentum comes to an end. So for the first few years of me carrying, I was carrying full metal jackets in my pistols. And I was just thinking, if something were to happen and I needed to use my gun, full metal jacket would be fine. But once I started to think about it, and if something were to happen and I had to use my gun, and let's say one of my kids or somebody else was on the other side of that threat, and I shot a full metal jacket, it would go through that person or the wall or whatever it is that was around and have the potential to hit someone on the other side of it. The other thing about hollow points is they are expensive, and I'm not saying that they're super expensive, but they are more expensive than just a regular full metal jacket. So you can get boxes of 50, boxes of 100, 500, however many that you want. But with a hollow point, they start at boxes of 20 and then they go up from there, but the more that you buy, the more expensive it is. So just be careful when you're trying to choose your ammo. Make sure that you have the safest ammo for you and your family, just in case something does happen and you have to use your handgun. I would always suggest to carry hollow points when you are out and about. Now the practice rounds, you take those to the range, you shoot them, you get rid of them, you can burn through them because they're so cheap. But the one thing that you have to make sure is that whatever hollow point that you do use, that your pistol has no issues firing it. So if you go and let's say you buy your first box of 20, you want to take that box of 20 to the range with your pistol and you want to shoot 10 to 15 rounds of it just to make sure that your pistol can handle that specific hollow point that you choose. Most pistols, all my pistols, have no issues firing full metal jacket, so I have no issues there. But I do take a lot of care with my hollow points. I'm not going to the range and shooting 100 rounds of hollow points because that's insane to think of because of how expensive hollow points are. So these are just two standard full metal jacket and hollow point 9mm bullets. Regardless of what brand of full metal jacket that you use, some of them are worse than others. So just be careful when you buy full metal jackets as well, because some brands of full metal jacket don't fire very well out of your pistols. It'll cause misfires and stuff like that. Same thing with hollow points. If you use the wrong type of hollow points in your pistols, it'll cause your guns to jam, random things like that. So that's really what I wanted to talk about tonight, was the difference between a full metal jacket and a hollow point. Always carry hollow points when you're out and about in public, and just keep your full metal jackets for whenever you're out at the range and shooting with your buddies and anything like that. But other than that, that's all we got for today. I'll see y'all on the next one.